Stefanie Powers is one of those celebrities about whom you find yourself saying, hey, aren't you married to what's-his-name? And the what's-his-name is usually the late actor William Holden or the present actor Robert Wagner. Both men have played an important role in Stefanie's life, and it's sometimes easy to get confused. The late William Holden was the love of her life. Robert Wagner is her co-star in the long-running Heart to Heart TV series. Their two worlds merge a lot these days because Wagner, over the years, has become one of Stefanie's closest friends.
It's very special. It's unusual. It's an unusual relationship. Because it's a friendship and a working relationship that's gone on for so long.
Their bond became even closer when eerily similar tragedies struck them both almost simultaneously. The sudden death of Stefanie's longtime love, William Holden, and then just 2 weeks later, the drowning death of RJ's wife, Natalie Wood.
Well, it's a bit of a fog, you know. I mean, I can't tell you chapter and verse, but it certainly was an unusual set of circumstances that two people working together as closely as we were had the same tragedy 2 weeks apart, the loss of their mate or their relationship.
William Holden was the great love of Stefanie's life. She met him after having seen him 13 times in the musical film Picnic.
I remember meeting him for the first time, and he had a smile that just beguiled you. I mean, it was just so disarming, and it filled the room, and he could charm the snakes out of the trees. You know, he was what you expected him to be. He was the genuine article.
Together, they were soulmates, traveling the world in search of knowledge and adventure.
The most important thing is the search. It's like saying the arrival isn't as important as the journey.
One of the special journeys Stefanie shared with Holden was to the wonders of African wildlife. For Stefanie, who as a child wanted to be a veterinarian, Kenya was a spiritual experience.
The sun goes down and it feels like the primordial sunset that has never changed, that I'm only getting a glimpse of. It's big, it's very large, the space is very large, the sky is very big, the horizon is very, very open. This feels like home. Kenya feels like home.
Stefanie now runs the William Holden Wildlife Foundation, keeping his memory and his dream alive.
After his death, I found my own way of sort of, I suppose, living with a memory. But then every once in a while something will happen where I can only think that, I don't know how else to interpret it, that it's the hand of Bill.
One recent experience in particular made her think Bill's sense of humor is still at play.
We were doing a fundraising event in Palm Springs, where Bill's ex-wife, a woman that he had had a very unfortunate marriage to, but a long marriage, but a very volatile and antagonistic marriage. And they remained antagonistic friends, but they were both, it was a sort of bête noire for both of them. And she lived in Palm Springs. In order to raise funds, we sold a raffle ticket. And the raffle ticket was a great prize. It was British Airways gave us 2 round-trip first-class tickets to Kenya, and then we had a safari that was laid on, and it was a terrific, for $25 chance, you could take a trip that was $15,000. It was a fabulous, fabulous occasion. Well, the raffle was done at this particular fundraising event, and somebody completely independent of me pulled the winning ticket. And it was her. She wasn't there. She had nothing to do with it. She had gone to the hairdressers. The hairdresser said, oh, come on, buy one of these tickets. You know, she bought one ticket. And I thought, what are the chances of this? I thought, this is Bill's sense of humor. This was really his sense of humor.